and she graduated in 1958. So today I went down and I got out my yearbook because I knew that I had remembered something about her. And I opened, she would have been a sophomore then, and I opened the book, and there, right in the middle of the page, was Hannah Brown, the only person on all the pages that had her mouth open. She was considerably younger then, but I had no problem of recognizing her because there was that mouth. Now, while I was at Las Vegas High School, the last year I was there, I was the editor of the high school newspaper. You remember the Desert Breeze? And we always did these special articles about special people who were making special strides to do all sorts of really special things. And Hannah's name kept coming up as the mouthiest person in the school. So we did a series on her, and then I left the next year, and of course I wasn't there. So this last week, I called the present principal of the school, and I said, would you go back through your records and look to see what Hannah Brown won? Was there anything she was special at? And he said, well, there were two areas. First of all, she got sent to the principal's office more than anybody in the last 50 years. And it was always because they could not shut her up. Now, not only was Hannah reprimanded over and over and over for talking and talking and talking and talking, she was actually expelled 4 times. That's not the truth. Hannah and I met again about 4 years ago when I was the chancellor. And we got to be very close friends because, you know, I was very minority-oriented. And we formed the Minority Council, I think, which dealt with all 8 of the institutions, the 110,000 students that we had, the 18,000 employees that we had, and I think it was rather successful. Now, I don't think I ever expressed an opinion during that whole period of time to Hannah. I did a hell of a lot of listening. And that wasn't by choice. Now, I don't know whether you've gotten any phone calls from her recently. But my wife will come up and say, I heard you say hello. And an hour later, I heard you say goodbye. What the hell were you doing in the meantime? I said, well, I was getting my daily lecture from Hannah Brown. Now, one last thing about Hannah. She's a great lady. You all know that. I don't need to tell you that. But each year for Christmas, my wife and I have about 10 or 15 people in for dinner. And one is my law partner here of 40 years. People that I've really known and am very close to, my family, etc., etc. So Beverly and I decided that we would invite Hannah to Christmas dinner several years ago. And I think the first year she came alone, the second year she came with her daughter. And my law partner said to me, tell me something about this woman. I said, well, I'm going to tell you this. She will hit the front door talking. And the rest of us will sit there for 4 hours, and we will be her audience. Don't have an opinion about anything. Don't ask any questions. Because whatever you were going to ask, she will anticipate, and she will answer it, whether you want to know it or not. So I said, these dinners usually last about 4 hours. And I think she can go the distance.
I'm sorry, once again.
The first year, Hannah spoke decided to break up. No one else had said a word. And when she left, thank God, my law partner said to me, I have never in my life heard anyone who wasn't a lawyer talk for that long and say so much bullshit. So Hannah, tonight is get even time for me. I think it's Saturday night. Don't call me tomorrow.
Wow. 4 hours, huh? I'm almost afraid to introduce her to speak tonight. I do want to go to church tomorrow.